Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fan Behavior. I'm Zoe. I'm here with Hannah.
Hello.
Quite a crazy week, to say the least, in our country.
Yeah.
But, I said this on a TikTok video, and people should just go watch the TikTok video because I say things more eloquently, I feel like, when I can edit them concisely. But we want our show to be a beacon of escapism.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Formula One doesn't always let you escape.
Not this week.
Things go down. Yeah, not this week. So, hopefully we can be that for you all now, in the future, forevermore.
Mm-hmm.
And I also mentioned this in the TikTok video, but our DMs are always open. If anyone needs to, vent, rant, whatever you need, we're here for you.
Yeah.
But there's actually quite a bit of Formula One news to get into.
Yeah, which is good.
Well, first of all, so happy to be back with you.
So happy. It's been so long.
It's been so long.
I haven't seen you since last time we recorded, right?
Right,
Yeah.
which was the Austin GP recap.
Wow.
Which is crazy. Yeah, Hannah was gone, then I was at Taylor Swift. So thank you for covering. I really appreciate that. Thanks to James as well.
Yeah.
But happy to be back. Couple weeks off of Formula One, which was needed.
Very much so.
Especially the Brazil of it all.
Wow. I needed a brain break.
Yeah, it was a whirlwind. And
Yeah.
to follow it, like, I was keeping up with it. I was watching as much as I could. But it was just like a lot.
Yeah, it's a crazy one to be away for.
Yes. Waking up, seeing the, Yuki's top 3. I was like, what the heck?
I know.
I
I still haven't been able to actually watch qualifying.
Oh, right, because of the
Yeah.
issues. But anyway, onwards and upwards. The next race we will be at, which is
Crazy.
so exciting.
I got the app the other day because, I love an app. I just like to know where I'm going.
Me too.
And the countdown said 14 days. And I was like, what?
Oh my gosh.
Guys, I'm like panic. I get so overwhelmed about, like, I know none of this matters, but like the outfits, packing,
Right.
sleep,
Right.
just all of the things.
It's a lot. It's a lot to take in.
Proud of you though, because guess who's checking a bag for
I'm
Vegas?
checking a bag. Yes, which is, it's mostly because
Jackets.
Yeah. It's going to require,
But a win's a win for me.
a win's a win. And we're there, I think, longer than we've been
Yeah.
anywhere, it feels. And any race,
We were
at
in,
least.
I was going to say we were in London for longer than this.
That's true. I mean, I've been, trips
Yeah.
longer than 5 days, but, okay. I also want to just do a quick merch update as well, because, we've gotten some messages. I think I posted a story maybe like last week about how if you ordered, for our Sunday Avenue collab, if you ordered, a crew neck or a hat, you should probably at this point have already received them.
Yeah, those are the only items.
Yeah, if those are the only items that you ordered. If you ordered a t-shirt in your order, there were some issues with the t-shirts, and the initial order wasn't correct. It's a long story, but basically they had to take a little bit more time to make those t-shirts, which is why there's some delay with those. So if you ordered a t-shirt with your order, those should hopefully be getting to you in the next week or two. I know it's been a while, and this is kind of, we knew it was going to take some time with the fact that we had to pre-order everything. So that's kind of why.
Yeah.
That's why what happened.
Yeah, and we appreciate your patience. I know it's frustrating. I realized that I pre-ordered something after Lando won his Miami race. They were doing like merch, his 4 brand. Anyway, I pre-ordered the shirt, and I forgot I ordered it because it took so long to get to us. So we're obviously trying to be better than that. But yes, so thank you. And I don't know if this happened to you, but like so many of my friends sent me like I didn't even know people, because I haven't gotten the Sunday Avenue girls are handling all the like order shipments and stuff. So I didn't even realize what friends of mine have ordered stuff, and then they just keep sending me pictures of getting their stuff. And my friends who did order t-shirts are also still orderless. So we're not, it's happening to everybody.
It's happening to everybody. So we just appreciate your patience. We appreciate your, you guys being kind, and it'll get to you, I promise, as soon as possible. And if there are any more issues or problems, obviously you can reach out and we'll try to help you as best as we can. Okay. So I think the biggest news of the week was that we now know what's happening with the Sauber / Audi seat.
Yes.
So they announced the day after the election, which was just an interesting time to like announce all this information, but whatever.
Well, it's interesting for us.
It's
not that it doesn't affect them, but it's like less.
Yeah, I guess they're not thinking about it maybe as much as an American team would be or something. But Sauber is saying goodbye to both Valtteri and Zhou, and it was, I don't know, how did you feel about the announcement?
Well, it was kind of, I don't know, it was a little weird because you don't like, I'm not surprised. I don't think anyone was like shocked to see it happening. I just think what was weird is that for so long we knew one of them was leaving, but they never said who.
Right.
And so then to just be like, it's kind of nice that they're able to go out together and like talk about it together and be in the like goodbye.
I know, but I don't know. Is that good or bad?
I feel like while creating it, it's nicer to do it with friends.
I know. It felt kind of weird to like announce them at the same time. I mean, I get why they did it, but it just felt, I don't know. It wasn't as specialized as, oh, let's say goodbye to this person. Let's say goodbye to this person, you know?
Yeah.
But I get like it's a hard, because they're like saying goodbye to both of them, they kind of have to do it that way.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's obviously sad. Like we enjoy both of them a lot for different reasons. Obviously, Valtteri's been around for a really long time.
Yeah.
And is like we came into the sport. Our first year as fans was his first year not in a Mercedes and but in a, I guess at that time it was an Alpha. So we never knew the Valtteri at Mercedes, but obviously, won many constructors championships, has many wins under his belt. And then as you said before, like if there had to be a pay driver on the grid, Zhou's the one you're picking.
Absolutely. He's just so wholesome.
Just a wholesome gem, nice guy, great to have around.
Completely unproblematic.
Yes. Comes in with his fashion, with his looks. Just kind of like, when a teacher is like, he is a joy to have in class.
Yes.
He is a joy to have in class.
Yeah. He's a joy to have on the grid.
Yes.
It'll be,
and it's
sad.
It's unfortunate because the whole season, they never had a car that could do anything. Anything. So we never really got to have a moment with them, or there was just...
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've never gotten to see what Zhou's capable of.
Yeah.
And we have never gotten to see the Valtteri that people have seen. And to potentially end your career in Formula One on such a low note is just disappointing. And the sport we picked, that's how, a lot of sport, that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Exactly.
At some point, it just ends, whether it's, a high note or low note.
Exactly. And then there's been some rumors, nothing's been officially confirmed, that Valtteri might be the Mercedes reserve driver next year, which I guess I get to a degree because obviously he has a great relationship with Merc, and maybe he's sort of hoping if something, doesn't go well, or there's going to be a lot of rookie drivers on the grid, like maybe there's a chance for him to get a seat back or something. But I don't know. It's a little bit interesting. I guess that's what Daniel did, but it just feels like...
I mean, I think for him, it's just a way to, I actually am a little surprised by that, because I would have thought that he would maybe want to just like move on to something else.
That's what I was thinking.
But it kind of feels like he wants to stay in the like conversation. And so it's like the best way to stay in the conversation while still also pursuing other things. I know, like I don't want people who listen to think that we just default of like, okay, well, if you're not staying in F1, like your automatic next stop is IndyCar.
Oh no, yeah.
But I do think it would be fun to see him in IndyCar.
Totally.
Like I enjoy watching him race, and
next year's probably it's too late just because most of the IndyCar seats, I think pretty much all of them have been full or filled up. But so that could be what he's doing, like just taking a year to be with Merc and kind of like evaluating his options, and then
staying in touch with like race, still being able to get into a car.
Exactly. So I think, if that is true and if that does happen, it makes sense, and maybe he will do like a Mercedes ambassador role.
Yeah, I do hope his calendar stays slightly open for commercials, because
he's great,
fantastic.
And then Zhou, I'm not really sure what he's going to do.
I'm not sure either.
I think we've said this before. Formula E seems like a great place for him. I don't know what he wants to do. I don't know where he wants to go. Maybe he'll be a reserve driver somewhere. But sad to say goodbye to them. You know, losing 2 Australians, it's a tough blow.
It's a really
tough blow. And also Daniel and I don't know if they came in the same year. Maybe that's a good question. I'm not sure yet, but I think they're the same age. Like I think they grew up racing together. You know, and so it does feel kind of like an end of an era, so to speak.
Yeah. It really does.
Yeah. And then very quickly after they announced those 2 were out, they then announced who's filling the seat, which is Gabriel Bortoleto, who a lot of people were like, who is this guy?
That's
which is
good
funny.
Because I'm very unfamiliar with
it. Well, so it's kind of ironic. Well, not ironic, but he's currently leading the F2 championship. So
I'm really bad at it. I know nothing about
yeah,
F2.
he is like definitely, you know, he's not unknown by
he's just not
F2
wasn't
standards.
a part of the maybe pop culture lore that we would be.
Well, yeah, and so he's a part of the McLaren Academy, and so they've let him, you know, be with or go to Audi stake whatever on loan. And yeah, so I think we said this earlier that I feel like there's a trend right now. There was a trend for a while of not wanting to have rookies in Formula One. I feel like there were some people that came in that people were like, oh, this is maybe showing that it's risky to take a chance on a rookie. I feel like now the trend has gone the other way. But now there's been so many that have come in that have done well. People are like, oh, wait, we actually now need to start making room for these rookies. And so there's going to be so many, which is really exciting. And I'm just really curious to see how that all.
I know, and they're scrappy.
They are scrappy. Yeah.
I'm like really curious to see. I mean, you know, with the Liam drama. And oh my God, was it Ollie that was driving in the Ferrari for Brazil?
No, he was driving the Haas.
The Haas, sorry.
Yeah.
Forgive me. I was like,
he did drive the Ferrari
at some point, but
yes.
I knew that there was something wrong there.
Yes.
Anyway, I don't know. He was just like scrappy.
He's scrappy,
and
they're
it's fun.
very scrappy.
Yeah.
Franco, very scrappy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna be coming out, you know, elbows out, which is exciting. So I think it's a smart move for Stake, whatever. What do I call him? Stake?
Just call him Sauber. Who cares?
Sauber. Because they already have their veteran driver with Nico, so it makes sense to take you already have your guy that you can lean on for like development and reliability and sort of like your trusted hand. So you might as well give a young guy a chance to just like get some experience, and he might be a star. Like we don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, exciting news there.
Also, you and I didn't get to talk about the Alpine double podium.
I know.
That was nice.
That was really nice.
It was like really wholesome.
It was very wholesome. It was very cute to see Esteban and Pierre, you know, really, they've just had a roller coaster relationship. And
like what a way for their time as
I know. The way that Esteban was looking at Pierre, he was in love with him.
I know. I think he misses him a lot.
I just think it was a beautiful moment. And the TikTok Esteban posted of them as kids. It really is. They really have gone through so much together.
And so much we don't know, which is unfortunate for my nosy soul. But you know. Anyway, happy for them.
It was crazy. I did feel it was one of those moments though too where you're like, oh, this could have been anybody.
Yeah.
So there was a part of me that was like, this could have been Yuki. But I mean, I obviously was very happy for Alpine, and it was, and what's so funny is I think the week before Brazil, I was actually thinking about how we really haven't had any sort of surprise podiums.
Yeah.
And then
there we
have it. Okay. So then the other kind of like big piece of news was the GPDA, the Grand Prix Drivers Association, which is led by George Russell. Well, he's the, you know, whatever he is. I don't know like his official title, but like spokesperson or
chairman.
Sebastian Vettel too is I think on the board, which makes sense.
Oh, love seeing him too.
I know. Yeah,
love the field trip he took them on.
Yeah, he really is.
He's school counselor.
Every time he comes, like he shows up, it's always like, let's go on this field trip.
Yeah,
you
come
guys.
on, guys.
Yeah, let's go like paint some like little homes for bees or like so great.
Legend.
Love having him around. They are basically unionizing, which is great. We love to see that. And they created an Instagram account and posted a statement basically calling out the FIA for
being
a number of things.
Yeah.
Simply put, like, the whole cursing thing is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And in the statement, they basically said there's a difference between like
slurs,
saying something to somebody and then just offhandedly saying a bad word in a press conference, and you're just like, oh, my effing car or whatever.
Right.
And I think they even said in the statement, like, we're adults.
Right.
So we need to be treated like adults, not like we're 10 years old in school.
Right. And like on Drive to Survive, the team principals are also being bleeped out because they're cursing. So where does it stop?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Frankly, it's ridiculous. Yeah, there's a major difference. I totally understand not allowing certain words to be used. If someone says something inappropriate, like, of course.
Yeah.
It's obviously, there was that situation with Yuki this year where it was
the R word.
Yeah, and it's like, of course, he didn't
understand the
he didn't know, and I know it's hard, especially with drivers when it's not their first language. Like, language is difficult to police because they don't always know what they're saying or
if it's offensive or not.
Right. Yeah. And you can't always tell and whatever. But I just think, Charles Leclerc saying the F word in the press conference is not a big deal.
It's like a Tuesday. It's just like, it's normal.
Like,
shut up.
Yeah. And then they also in the statement were basically like, which is crazy to me, but they were like, we need to know where our fine money is going. We don't know where our money is going. And it is crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you're asking
so
us
other
to pay
sports
all this.
know where their fines go.
Yes. Yeah. That is ridiculous. The whole thing. I mean, there's just so much hypocrisy, so much. And it really is. And I do feel like I'm kind of like it's about time, you guys. Like, you guys as the drivers, you guys have the power.
I know.
Like, in a lot of ways. And it's about time to stand up for yourself.
Imagine they don't get some of these things and they go on strike and don't drive during a race weekend.
I know. It's just, there's so much we could say. We could do a whole episode about just the ridiculousness of Formula One, and how they are treating what they expect from the drivers, and the whole, jewelry thing that they had, and the underwear that they couldn't wear, and just the like
in anything, if you are policing the undergarments, please.
Yeah. It's just
be for
bigger
real.
fish to fry.
Yeah. Now, if it's as we've discussed, if it's a legitimate danger issue, fine. But I don't think their underwear is going to be a problem when they're wearing a fireproof suit.
Right. It's a lot of craziness. So anyway, I'm glad that they are doing this, taking this next step forward.
Yeah.
And I just hope that they continue to stand up for themselves, their safety, all the things, because sometimes it's just a little bit ridiculous.
Facts.
And maybe we should run for FIA president.
No.
No.
Because here's the thing. James and I were talking about this of the committee. It's like, I have a lot to say. I certainly don't want to be the one making decisions. And I really can't even imagine the state of these meetings because they've got to be so frustrating.
Totally. So frustrating.
But happy to be an advisor. I just don't want to be head bitch in charge.
No, not at all. I mean, I think a lot of us have an opinion, so we can all get together and share our thoughts and feelings.
Have so many thoughts, and I'm someone did comment on our YouTube, I want to hear fan behavior after dark so Hannah can just spew her stuff. I really have to start policing myself a little bit better. Nothing bad's happened. I just realized that I don't have a filter, and I have a hard time comprehending how many people listen to our show. Yeah. So forgive me, but
it's not like she says anything bad. It's just
no. But this conversation, I just am gonna go on a rant, and so I can't comment any further. At this time, or else I'll get fined by the FIA. I have to do community service. But Max will be there, so that could be fun.
And Charles Leclerc maybe too. Yeah. I don't know. I think he may have just gone fine.
Please don't send me with Max.
Oh my god, that should be a bonus episode of Drive to Survive. It's like the guys doing community service.
Credits.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet Seb will lead the event, what the community service is.
Yeah, picking up trash or something.
Yeah,
cleaning up the streets.
Beekeeping.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I also wanted to shout out, there was a Formula E test this week, an all-female Formula E test, which is really cool. A lot of drivers got to participate in it, which was the very first time they ever have gotten to be in a car like this that goes this fast. You know, there's been a lot of talk about F1 Academy and the speed of the cars and how like it's not really, some people feel like the cars need to be faster.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
In order to prepare them for other stages of the formula categories and stuff. And I think it's one of those things where it's like it's supposed to be like a stepping stone going into those categories, but also how do you prepare yourself for those if you aren't driving cars that are like that? Like I get it's a very complicated endeavor for all involved, but I think it's cool by obviously Formula E to do this. And I think so often it's just like they just need all these drivers. They just need like experience, time in the car, whatever. Of course, Abby Pulling, who is leading the F1 Academy Championship. I shouldn't say of course, but she had the fastest time, which is great. And I think there's been a lot of conversation about, well, she's probably I think she is going to win the F1 Academy Championship this season. And she needs to get in an F3 and F2. I don't know exactly like where she would fall, but like she's got a real future. Yeah. She is talented. She is extremely good. Jamie Chadwick was also a part of the test. And yeah, I just think, but that's the point, which is like, you know, so many of these FE drivers, they get hours of testing, they get hours of practice. And it's like, this is their very first time in this car. Yeah. So anyway, shout out to Formula E for doing that. I think that's really cool. And shout out to Abby. You know, and we said this earlier in the season that Abby was going to be the only Alpine driver that was going to be on the podium.
We did say that. We were wrong.
We were wrong.
Which is fine.
So all of them have gotten on a podium, which is good for Alpine. You know, from where they started this season, they're on the up and up. Yeah. So shout out to...
Oh, also just fun Alpine side story. You know how Otmar is like the chairman of this like event app? Yeah. I have a demo with them for work next week.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We're looking for like a scheduling thing and I wanted to see if it's any good. I mean, I don't think Otmar will be on the call, but I will be talking about him.
Oh my gosh. That's so
like
exciting.
When they say, how did you hear about us? I'm going to tell them that Otmar told me.
Yes. I think that's so fun.
Yeah. So here's hoping.
Get involved.
Maybe he'll make a cameo appearance.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So that was, so that's that on the Formula E test. Just shout out. And also F1 Academy is racing back-to-back Qatar, Abu Dhabi. So, you know, make sure to tune in.
I also cannot wait for their show.
Oh, I know. Yeah, when's that coming out?
I think early next year, but I know that I need it in order to dial
like
in.
Get all the names and all the people involved. Yeah. Maybe we'll be in the background in Miami.
Maybe we'll get to go to the premiere.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Okay. Hello, Sunshine. And
hello,
F1 Academy. Can we come to your premiere and we can make content? We can interview the drivers. That would be so fun.
We can smile and wave, whatever you need.
Smile and wave. Yeah. Love that for us. That would be so fun.
Because they should have a premiere.
100%. Yes, of course. Daniel Ricciardo went to his very first game in Buffalo. It happened while the race.
He was just like out with everyone.
What do you mean?
He just seemed like to be very in the open.
Oh, he was in a suite.
No. But during the tailgate.
Oh, yes.
And that's the moment that I was like, not enough people know who this man is.
I know.
Which was good for his safety, but also they didn't understand who they were in the presence of, and that bums me out.
Yeah. It was funny because obviously it was when the Brazil race was going on. People were like, is Daniel, you know, watching this? No, he was totally not paying attention. I mean, maybe he was. I don't know.
I think it's fun if he was taking a break.
Yeah. But yeah, he's finally in Buffalo. I did see he was interviewed. I don't know if you saw it on like TikTok or something, but someone interviewed him and was like asking him about his experience in Buffalo. And he was like, he's like, my schedule conveniently opened up. I was like, he was smiling, like laughing when he said it. It's not the time to joke, Daniel.
Well, if you can't laugh about it, what can you do?
That's true.
And he did look like he got a smile back.
Well, sure. I mean, he's always had his smile.
But he looked just so joyful.
He was very happy, very happy. I was wearing this dumb, like, hard hat, like constructor's hat.
So funny.
I think he was preparing himself to fall through a table, you know, like they do in Buffalo. I think that was really one of his goals. I don't know if he ever achieved that.
We would have seen video
dream
footage,
for him, but
it might be in an upcoming YouTube video.
Sure.
DVD.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a beautiful day. It seemed like it'd be a a great day. There was a picture going around of him. It was like a group shot, but then they just cropped it, and it was Daniel and Haley Steinfeld, and the caption was like Josh Allen's wags coming to see him.
I did also laugh because not laugh, but I just thought it was interesting. So there's one of the wags, I'm not gonna remember her name, but her husband used to play for the Chiefs and now he plays for the Bills, and so
I know you're
she's hung
talking
out with
about
Taylor Swift and Haley Steinfeld.
Fun.
I know.
And maybe Daniel Ricciardo now.
Yeah. Is it Paige?
Paige something.
Bouchel or something.
Yeah, something with a B.
On those sides. Yeah, she's stunning and like a real estate agent and like badass, and then hangs out with Taylor Swift and Haley Steinfeld.
So.
And Daniel Ricciardo probably. So that's fun for her.
So anyway, shout out to, and there was so many, like literally the Buffalo Bills, and there was like so many Instagram posts. Like they understand.
Of course they do.
They go in.
Well, because also even if they didn't, like Josh told them to.
Totally.
Like Josh was like, my friend Daniel's coming, get it together.
Yeah. And then Daniel shares his post of like basically wag duties with Josh Allen, taking all these, lovingly shots of him and whatever.
Just makes me so happy.
Yeah.
I love their friendship. It's so cute.
It is very
It's so
cute.
random, but it's just the cutest.
It's happy for all involved. So, when life gives you lemons,
go to the Bills game.
Exactly. Happy for him. And then there's some other rumors floating around. Now, obviously, rumors. Emphasis on the word rumor. Mm-hmm. One being, there's obviously, we don't know for sure that the second V-carb seat is Liam's. Like, it's not officially confirmed, but it does, he's going to get signed. Like, he's done a good job. Like, definitely enough to get another season. But then the question on everyone's lips is, where is Franco going? Because like, come on, you guys. Like,
and I do feel like everyone's probably like, damn, because this is also why like silly season's so rough, because it's just like you can't. I don't know. It's just so difficult because you want to make decisions quickly, but then like now everyone's full up, and you've got this rock star all of a sudden.
I know, and he just won everyone's hearts.
He's delightful.
He's won everyone. Now, of course, Brazil wasn't his best weekend.
Yeah, but as we talked about, everyone,
Yeah, good days, bad days. And that was it was a very difficult weekend, to say the least. There's lots of chaos, obviously, going on. Mm-hmm. But there's been rumors, obviously, about him potentially getting like a V-carb seat, Red Bull. Who knows if that's actually going to happen? I don't know. There's also rumors that Alpine potentially wants him to take Jack Doohan's place. And I just like,
it's like rude.
I don't even know how to feel about that, because obviously like we don't even really know Jack, but I
feel like I do.
Yeah.
Like
don't take him away.
I'm gearing up for him to be like a really significant part of my life next year.
Yes, I
know.
know.
To just take him away is so rude.
I know. Please don't take. And this is, I want to reiterate, these are rumors. Like we have to remember.
And also, like, I love Franco and I want him to have
I know, that's what I'm saying.
But like at the expense of another rookie.
I know. It's so, I don't want that to happen.
No, I don't either.
I don't, because Jack hasn't even gotten a chance.
I know.
That's the thing. He hasn't even gotten a chance, and he was signed, and
Franco knew that this was a part-time thing.
I know.
Temporary, I should say, not part-time.
I wouldn't even fault I don't fault Franco at all.
No.
He needs to do what he needs to do.
Of course.
Everyone needs to do what they need to do. I have no problem with any driver, when Liam is trying to get into the V-carb. I have zero problem with, they're all looking out for themselves.
Yeah.
Right. But
it will be a little heartbreaking. It'll be incredibly bittersweet.
It will be that's almost the definition of bittersweet for us.
Yeah.
Is that happening? Yeah. That would be truly so rough.
Yeah.
But maybe it would mean, I'm not even going to say what it would mean.
Okay.
But we lose one Australian, two kind of. We need one more. We need to replenish.
Yeah,
it can't just be Oscar all by his lonesome.
Yeah. Honestly, he can't carry it the way it needs to be carried.
He cannot carry it. I guess Liam is kind of, he's in the Oceania vicinity.
But it's an Aussie thing.
It's an Aussie thing. And
he's different. Kiwis are built a little bit different.
They are different.
Yeah.
Yes. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, watch this space.
Yeah. Or, the Alpine Instagram, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Pierre and Franco would be hilarious.
Yeah.
I wouldn't in different circumstances, I wouldn't hate that.
No. I've just, they told me something. I believed them, and I've gotten excited about the future.
Yes.
So then to come back and be like, just kidding.
Yeah.
It would take me some time to adjust and we'd move on and it would be fine.
Yeah.
But don't take Jack away from me.
Please don't. Please, Jason.
I don't even know like why I have this attachment to him.
I do too. I do too.
I'm just like so excited.
Ever since you saw him at the fan zone.
Yeah, and he texted me.
You just knew it was meant to be.
Yeah.
It's also
I'll have to tell the real Jack that when I see him at the wedding.
Oh, Macy's wedding. Yeah. I also think part of it is I feel like he just seems to embrace like the fun of Formula One.
Yeah.
With the Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
And that's all I can really say. But
honestly, I think if I'm totally honest, I think that's part of it is like I feel like we're connected with him because he knows Patrick and Travis, and obviously like I have some delusional connection to the fact that like they're ours.
Yeah.
They're not.
No.
But anyway, so Jack's ours.
He's ours. Back off. Oh my gosh. But honestly, like all the rookies, I'm either neutral to positive on all of them. Like I don't know why I would be like, I hate this rookie that I don't even know, but I'm excited for all of them. I'm excited to see how they all do, and just the dynamics are shifting so much.
Well, it's
that's what's so crazy
too, because like when Oscar was the only was he the only rookie that year that when he came in? Like
Logan, I think too.
Okay, but it was just like I remember I kept saying like I can't wait to get to know his personality. Okay. I can't wait to get to know his personality. And it like took a while because I didn't have Drive to Survive first. It's such a crutch for me.
I know, it really is a crutch.
So there's such a large percentage of the grid that I'm not going to know. So I am putting all my eggs in Jack's basket.
Okay.
Because I feel a kinship to him.
I think what we need to do for you is I think we need to just get you on the YouTube. I think we need to get you some YouTube videos.
I need to tab up a bit. So if you guys have any YouTube videos that you would recommend, or like TikTok videos of some of the rookies coming in that I need to be well versed in, please.
Like seeing, like for me, it was barely any piece of content or really anything, but me seeing Kimi Antonelli at the Texas football game, I was like,
but he was with Jack.
But I was just like, okay, like this is funny. I enjoy him being here. He didn't really do anything, but it was just
cute.
It was cute. It was very, it was sweet.
Yeah.
Franco, doing all of his crazy things.
I'm loving Franco, and I think we'll get enough of we'll get a bit of him, and I love him. I think he's just so great and so sweet, and I'm also happy for his country that they have a driver.
So happy for his country. So anyway, and the other thing I wanted to do, someone messaged us this after I was at Taylor Swift, and I thought it would be a fun thing to do if we had time, and we do have some extra time, was that they were like, you should put every F1 driver into a Taylor Swift era, like pick an era for them. So I thought I could just draw from the hat.
Great.
And then we could just.
So this is the era they're currently in, or the era that best fits them?
The era that best fits them.
Okay. So Daniel's still going to be in the hat. Are we just going to call him Liam?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. First driver, we have Alex Albon. What is his era? This is tough.
It is kind of tough. He strikes me as Is he like a folklore Evermore
I was
boy?
Gonna say that. I was gonna say that.
I
was
don't know
gonna
which
say
one.
folklore.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say folklore. I don't really have an explanation for that.
Nor do I.
But I think he's a folklore boy.
Okay, perfect.
Yay. Okay. Esteban. You know what Esteban is? Okay, let's see if we can sync up here.
Okay.
Do you have one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say it on 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Lover.
Speak now.
Oh, I actually thought Speak Now.
Why do you think he's Lover?
I don't really know.
I feel like Speak Now is very much like, because I feel like Esteban's not afraid to say what he thinks.
True.
He's definitely not scared. And I feel like Speak Now is kind of an album where she's coming at some people.
Yeah. Like, listen to me when I speak to you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's better.
And like kind of underrated. Like I know we've, had our ups and downs with him, but underrated.
Yeah.
Okay. Lance. Ooh, this is hard.
It is hard. Hold on.
I think I know it.
Okay. I don't. You can just.
Well, I was going to say Evermore.
I don't know that enough.
I know. It's just sort of like
moody.
He's not. Would you say he's moody? I guess he is. Yeah.
Or at least that's how he comes across sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Next driver, Oscar. Oscar's honestly kind of an Evermore.
Okay, I just don't know enough.
I know, but
That's
okay,
fine.
let's know. But we can think of someone else.
No,
something
no,
else.
Evermore's fine if that's the truth.
Yeah.
You know better than I do.
He's just kind of. It's a more quiet, intimate, not as in your face.
Sure. I mean, he's not Reputation.
Pierre. I think he's red.
Really?
Screaming, crying on the bathroom floor.
Sure. But
what would you say?
I was going to say Reputation.
Oh.
I just get, honestly, I was thinking Bad Blood.
Oh, well, that's 1989.
Oh, right. I knew something was off. I don't know.
I just feel like he's intense. I feel like he has intense energy. So I guess all of those 1989 I wouldn't say is so intense as an album collectively.
Yeah.
Reputation is more of like a revenge, which I guess yes, he has his revenge thing, but I don't know. But then
Red's fine.
Okay, let's go with Red.
I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Again, you know more than me. Like I'm a big fan, but you're like
I know.
on a different level than I am.
Charles Leclerc.
1989.
Oh, I was gonna say Lover.
Okay, that's fine. That was my backup. So.
Yeah. Lover. Did you know
His
what
pants
surprise
remind me
songs
of
I
the
got?
background of style.
Do you know what surprise songs?
No.
Cornelia Street.
Okay.
And Death by a Thousand Cuts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah. We felt highly blessed and
Yeah.
favored. Zhou.
He seems like Folklore Evermore, based on the previous.
No, that's fine. Like you have your opinion, I can have mine.
I know.
I'm thinking about like his fashion. Like I feel like his fashion puts him in like a different place, but I can't really figure out what that would be. Like kind of maybe
Style 1989.
Yeah,
Oh my God, I have totally forgotten about the album Midnights during this conversation.
Yeah, it could be Midnights.
Yeah, that's good.
Meet me at George. This one I feel like this has to be obvious, but maybe not.
Well, to me, he just feels 1989 style. I don't know. He's just like teen bop.
Teen bop. Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No, I'm trying to think.
You said it was obvious.
No, I feel like it should be
It should be
obvious.
obvious.
Like it should be obvious of what he is, but maybe not.
What albums of hers am I forgetting at the beginning?
So we've got debut album,
Yeah,
Taylor
right.
Swift, Fearless, Speak Now, Red, 1989,
Yeah.
Reputation, Lover, Folklore, Evermore,
Yeah.
Midnights, Tortured Poets Department.
Oh my God. Is he that one?
He's not tortured.
No.
I think you're.
He's
I think
not.
he's. I don't know what he is.
Okay.
Kevin Magnuson,
Tortured.
Tortured Poets Department.
Maybe.
He's doing the torturing
Yeah.
for all involved. Lando. He might be fearless. Kind of just like young and
Naive.
and sort of like
Learning.
Yeah. Listening and learning.
Yeah. Like living.
Big feelings.
He's getting his life experience right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a good call. Okay. Checo.
Tortured? No.
What's his vibe? Checo's vibe is kind of more like like debut album Taylor Swift, or like just sort of, he just seems like nothing. He's very not, I shouldn't say unaffected, but he just kind of like lives in a, I feel like he just keeps it going.
Yeah.
You know, he's not too up, he's not too down.
Yeah. I mean, he has his moments, but usually it's because he's pushed there.
Yeah.
Like when you keep asking him if he's going to have a job next year, he's going to start getting pissed off.
Right. Exactly.
It's rude.
Yeah. It's like everyone would do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys let us know what you think for all
Yeah,
these.
please, 'cause
Okay.
obviously I'm
Logan,
failing.
so Franco.
Oh.
He's 1989.
Yeah.
Just like fun, free.
Flirty.
It's, you know what it is too? It's kind of like, it is like the 1989 album, Franco coming in, because it's just like new beginnings.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's
New
just
sound.
like new sound.
Yeah.
And you were like, whoa, I haven't like experienced this before.
Yeah. And it's so good.
It's so good
fun.
and so fun. And it just feels like
happy.
happy. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
God, I love that album so much.
That was perfect. Okay.
I can't believe, I feel like I've told this story before on here, but I didn't have the extended version, so I didn't hear New Romantics for the longest time. And Zoe was like, wait, you haven't heard New Romantics? And this was before we went to the concert. So she burned me the CD, and I then exclusively listened to New Romantics for like a week.
Yeah.
So good.
Great song.
Anyway, continue.
So Daniel, aka Liam. We can do Daniel and
Liam feels like he's in his rep.
Yes,
I mean, he's
very much
just
so.
like,
Liam's in rep.
Way.
Yes,
Yeah,
and Daniel is in.
Don't blame me, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to be obviously debut album, our song "Country Boy," just like living life, having fun. But that's not really the path his life took.
No, he's a little sad.
Valtteri. Valtteri's got he's got to be like a folklore evermore, like in the woods.
Yeah,
bike riding.
Yeah,
peaceful, calm.
Yeah, sauna.
Nico Hulkenberg. I feel like his vibe is like, again, kind of new beginnings, new start, new chapter, but different.
But it's kind of like, guys, I've been here.
Yeah, I've been here.
Yeah.
So what is that?
Midnights?
Yeah, maybe it's Midnights. Yeah.
Like I've been trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Don't forget. Exactly. 100%. Carlos. This one's interesting.
Feels a little, not fully, but like a little reputation, because I feel like feels scorned.
Yeah.
Like he still has something to prove,
Yeah.
even though he's on the way out.
Yeah.
He wants everyone to remember that he's been on the podium and wins races before he maybe doesn't for a whole year.
Yeah. That's a good call. I can't think of anything else.
Me neither.
Maybe red a little bit. He's a little red.
He wears it a lot.
Lewis. So I think the obvious one would be like reputation, but I don't think that's really him.
No, it's his persona.
I think it's Midnights.
Yeah, I think it's Midnights
because
too.
it's kind of like he is a little bit. I could see him. I don't want to say he's someone who thinks a lot about his. I feel like he thinks a lot about his life, and he's very kind of like spends a lot of time up at night, sort of being like,
maybe at midnight.
Exactly.
Riding his tire.
Max. Tough.
Very tough. Because I think he goes through all the eras in like one day.
He's a little speak now.
Yeah.
He's speak now. You know, he's also not afraid to tell you what's going on.
But he'll have to take it outside so he doesn't get fined.
Exactly. Exactly. Yuki. I feel like we missed somebody. Oh, we have one more. Yuki. Yuki is, I mean, again, speak now, not afraid to say what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Also just like innocent, young, trying to figure it out.
Maybe a little fearless.
A little bit of fearless.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You Belong With Me. That's his song for Pierre. Fernando. I mean, Fernando's kind of like
he feels like he's always in his reputation.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know. I mean, I do think it's really hard when you are a championship winning driver and then you like keep not doing well.
Totally.
God, their car is such a bummer right now.
It's
the fact
tough.
that they went back so far, like the Japan setup.
I know.
That's so long ago.
I know. They're in a rough spot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else you want to talk about before we wrap it up?
I don't think so. I mean, if anyone, I know we've kind of been talking to people about Vegas. If you've been to Vegas before and you have any tips, tricks, let us know. Good news is they have blackout curtains because we will be napping during the day. Because
we'll be sleeping during the day. It won't even be a nap.
Right. But we're very excited. I'm looking forward to it. It will be my third trip there in 8 weeks, which is a lot, but we'll be doing it how we want to.
Your nails are Midnights.
They are.
Glamnetic.
Sponsor us, please. I buy you every week.
Please. Yeah, can't wait. It's gonna be fun. We obviously have an episode next week as well. Who knows what that will be about or what we'll talk about, but I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Never mind.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I don't know what our plans are gonna be recording
I know
Vegas recap because we're traveling back on.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah. So TBD.
Offline.
That's why I stopped talking.
Yeah. Thank you all for listening. Happy to be back with you.
Yes.
And thank you all for just all the things. Really.
Yeah.
We would not. It's just, we owe this all to you.
Exactly.
So thank you so much. And we'll see you guys next week. Enchanté.